been a minute.
That's great. Okay.
What's good?
So this is a new segment. It's called Wait! The world is ending in 5 minutes. Let's talk about it.
Alright.
Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, in today's first ever segment and episode guest for Wait, the world is ending in 5 minutes. Let's talk about it. He's a very good friend of mine, your white friend. Does a lot of things, does podcasting. He's a Fortnite addict. He is also a drug addict as well. Sometimes, if it has him to be, he drinks a lot of caffeine, which is quite concerning. And all in all, he's a good co-host, and he's the perfect person for me to start this new segment and new everything with. Ladies and gentlemen, your white friend. So, my nigga, my N-word. Why did you accept to come onto this podcast? That's the first question I'm gonna ask almost all my guests. So why did you say yes today?
Oh man, I said yes first off because one, it's been a while since you've dropped anything, bro. I'm like, he's finally dropping, and it's an honor for you to say, oh, you know what? Let you be the first guest to hop on this new segment. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well. Not just for the business, but it's a good friend, a good homie. Gotta make it work,
Intertwined type shit. But
exactly.
I also have to ask you another question. What would you like to talk about before the world ends? I mean, we've got 5 minutes. It's ending right now. What would you like to talk about?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
What was your best memories and your greatest regrets? Like, what are stuff that you're gonna...
My best memory, on God, I can't really think of one on the spot, but if I have to really give you one of the best memories I ever had is when I discovered Tyler, the Creator's music. I think so. That was the best memory of my life, because if I never met that nigga, I think I would have been like Matthew Perry. I think I would have been dead right now, so I'm not too sure.
Oh wow.
I don't know on how that would have happened. And then one of the biggest one of my biggest regrets. What's one of my biggest regrets? I feel like I don't regret too many things that I've done, okay? Because everything I do is I did it because I wanted to do it. Actually, my biggest regret is being a hoe. I think that's my biggest regret. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because that's one of the one things I did, not because I wanted to do, is because I wanted to impress other niggas, which is gay. We're not homophobic on this. We're not homophobic on this channel, but yeah, that's pretty weird that you're doing all of this. Yeah, man, I did this with this shorty, this and with this shorty, and you're telling this to gents. Like, you're doing this to impress other guys. If you think about it, but yeah, those are my regrets and my best memory. What are your best memories and your biggest regret?
My best memories would probably be like, I wouldn't say there's one key memory, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I would say there's like multiple individual ones. And that's probably like, just like the small moments, that you're like, that you have with people. Like, for example, like when we walk and like just have like deep intellectual conversations, the ones with my shorty, the ones where I like sat down with my mom outside and just spoke about life, those type of moments, like I really cherish and keep. And my biggest regret would probably be saying no to fentanyl.
That's a pretty same, actually. You know what? F what I said, bro. F being a hoe. I should have taken fentanyl and had the chance, bro. I should have taken fentanyl.
Just to try it once, man.
Bro, but crack is fascinating, bro.
That asteroid coming down now, bro. Where's the nearest crackhead?
Bro, crackheads live life good. I won't lie to you.
Hey, man.
If you think about it, bro,
Like, they
crackheads,
did.
like, them gents, like, their only purpose in life is I wake up in the morning, try hustle, like, $50 so I can get my next hit. You don't care if you fast. You don't care what people think about you. You just want that crack, boy.
There you go, no
Feed
regret.
it, bro. Nah, it's so real.
Maybe some of
Alright.
them do, but yeah.
Alright. So now, this is a quick, you have 1 minute to tell me what are your thoughts on the government. Go.
Oof. They could have been doing way better. Okay, our government or like just all around the world?
Our government, nigga. We don't want to get killed by
Okay.
niggas.
Our government, first off, I thought they were pretty trash until I heard like they started like doing the big push for the whole Palestine-Israel fight. Like they really made an impact on it. So congrats on them. But also, our unemployment rate is still very bad to the point where I have to learn about it in economics and it made me fail. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I don't do that anymore. But it's chilled. It's whatever. Another thing, I feel like they should start pushing more onto building local brands because we don't get the hype we deserve. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't give local brands the money to try new things. If that makes sense. Which kind of sucks. But hey man, I guess our country or the customers enjoy like American things, French things, all those type of things. But yeah, I mean, same man. You're not gonna see me rocking around with South African brands. But that's also because they don't get the money to be trying out new things. Like it's a hit or miss. If that makes sense. Well, with the companies I've heard of or seen. And you? Your 1 minute? Go!
Nah, that's the question I ask you, nigga. I don't answer that shit.
Wow, this man wants me to get killed alone.
Nah, I don't answer that.
This man wants me to get killed alone.
I don't answer that. Now everybody's gonna come up.
Tell us your secrets. What secrets are you hiding?
I actually have 13 kids in the basement, and they're all crying for their mom. And
he has a big enough house, bro. I believe it.
Let me actually tell you a story about that. Actually, my biggest secret is, one day I was at the mall, shopping for clothes, and for some reason there was this little boy, and he was lost. He was looking for his mom at the back of a Checkers, and I was like, "Hey, like, yo, where's your mom?" And I was like, "Oh," and then he was like, "My mommy left. I don't know where she was. I saw her over here." And I was like, "Oh man, let me help you go find your mommy. Let me help you go find your mommy." And she was like, and he was like, "Okay." And I grabbed his hand and we walked around the store. And by chance, we went around the whole store, couldn't find his mommy. And then just 5 minutes later, I was in my car and I was just wondering, oh, damn, this kid is in my back seat now. And I guess it's in action now. He's in my car.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Let's make it happen. I drove out of the mall. And for some reason, I think she was a crackhead. She was screaming at the car like, that's my son. I was like, that's not your son, bro. Like, I was like, bro, these crackheads slashing your opus need to be stopped. And I just went off and she started crying or some shit, saying that's her son. So I took the kid to my workplace, and I work in a factory, by the way. As you can tell from the suit, I'm the manager there. And basically, if you didn't know, we're running, like, chickens are very scarce as of right now. So I was like, hey, this kid could work so well right now. And we basically grinded him. Yeah, we basically just cooked that kid, and that was the end of it. Yeah, the kids.
What did you say your number was again?
My number was
God, it looks like a massive house though. Man got a blazer as well, blue collar job, white collar job.
Let's talk
Nice.
about taxes. Oh, I'm joking.
I was in a similar coincidence, I was in a similar coincidence with two crackheads.
Why is your camera off, huh? Why is your camera off, boy?
My camera's off? Why is my camera off?
Why is your camera off, boy?
Why is the camera off? Hey, yo? Why is it off?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Why is
It's not supposed to be.
Why is the world off? Why is the
What do you mean by
it supposed to be? You know?
If you may deep dive into that, what do you mean by the world's off?
You want me to talk about politics? You little sneaky, deaky little...
You know how much I've missed you, bro? I try making jokes about kids getting touched and niggas are like, you can't say that.
I've never in my whole life spoke about kids. That's weird.
I just love them.
So I wanted to talk about
I want
music.
11 of them. 12 of them.
Music is so
13
weird.
of them.
Music is so weird. You know, very weird. Like, of course, right now, for some people, it's Ramadan, Of course, sometimes it has you thinking sometimes, because, music is a very influential piece of art. And a lot of people speculate that music can be bad, So I'm asking you the question, do you think that music really affects your energy?
I actually agree with that statement, if I'm being honest, for the mere fact that I've actually heard, well, not heard from them per se, but I've watched quite a lot of interviews where artists say there's like frequencies. I think you know about the frequencies where it like can change the people's moods and their perceptions on stuff. Like, for example, if they play with this key on a piano, it can make you feel sad, for example. Just because of the melody and stuff. So I feel like music can change your mood, it can change your emotions, it can change your perspective on things. For example, oh man, my girlfriend broke up with me. She didn't even wait a whole week to go for a new gent. If you listen to a sad song, you're gonna sit in your room and cry all day. If you listen to a hype song and stuff, you're like, nah, I wanna go beat up this gent, this and that, this. Or if you listen to Bryson Tiller, you're gonna be like, man, forget her. I don't care about her, whatever. For that one year example, there's so many other type of situations where music can change what you do or how you feel.
100.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, for me, it's a 50-50 thing. I feel like, like music does, of course, affect your energy in some way. But at the same time, I feel like it's the energy. Remember, energy goes both ways. So energy is like the one that's outputting it and the one that's receiving it. So if the output of the music is like bad, let's just say like a modern day example right now, let's say Yeats music, right? Some people would be like, yo, Yeats music is demonic. It's bad. It's not something that you're supposed to listen to. But if I intake the music as bad music, it's going to affect me in a bad way. But if I'm just casually listening to Yeats and just like, yo, we go band for band on Bloodmans and just not thinking about it way too much, I feel like the energy that's supposed to be like, let's say Yeats is saying like, yeah, my music is going to be bad. It's going to possess people. But my mind is like, yo, bro, I'm not really thinking about whatever the rumors are, or if it even is true, I just really like the beat, then it won't affect me. But like you said as well, frequency is very important because sometimes you may have this frequency, but bros, anyone can get hypnotized anyhow, you get me? So that's what I'm saying. I'm 50-50 with it. That it does affect your energy, and it also doesn't.
Yeah. So what you believe is like, if your perception is strong on something, like if you have a key, straight vision on something, then it's just music to you. It won't change anything. But if you,
no, finish.
Yeah. But like, if you are like easily influenced by music and it can like sway you fast, then it can drive you to a negative energy, as you said.
But
Yeah, you say?
If you think about it, even if we have to put in like the aspect of like genres, because like genres are different types of music basically. So like just how, let's say rock and roll is supposed to be, I don't even know how to just like the Google definition of rock and roll, but rock and roll is known not to be of good music. Like it's mostly connected to demonic stuff, satanic stuff, right? But someone can listen to rock music and just be like, yo, this calms me down. Or someone can listen to rock music when they get their heart broken. Not to like make them go like, yeah, I don't need her, but it gives them some sort of a comfort. So it's the same thing where I'm going back to the energy things. Like it depends on the energy I'm giving back to the song or the energy I'm taking in from the song, which will dictate how the song is gonna affect me. So that's how some gents can like listen to heartbreak music on the regular and not listen to it like, oh, this hand broke my heart, and now I have to listen to this song to like recover type thing. So it really it depends on the receiver of the music that's gonna be like, nah, this song makes me feel this way type of a thing. But again, 50-50. It really depends, you get me?
Music is a weird thing, bro. I mean, especially like you actually reminded me now, with the whole rock and roll thing. Like a lot of people have this assumption of something like, oh, it's demonic, it's evil and stuff like that. And I've actually like dwelled into that type of music quite heavy, and especially what's it? I think it was grudge. And there's grudge artists busy telling you, oh no, what you call it, the devil is evil, don't worship it. Listen to your parents, listen to your religion, all these things. Like they just want you to be free-minded, but in their own other type of way. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of odd. I feel like your cover phase, like actually, it plays a big role. You know what I'm saying? Even though people say don't judge a book by its cover, I mean, you're not gonna pick up the book unless it has a good cover.
100.
Let's be honest. So, yeah, I feel like that also plays a massive role. But again, like you said, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, because as you know, like I've been hibernating, and in that hibernation, I've been in my philosophical bag, and I've been really looking into and studying quite a lot of philosophies and stuff like that. But from the ones that I've like really been interested in is like basically like the world is interesting. Brian go hold you, like the world is such an interesting place. So like I feel like even with like the concept of I don't know if you know like what solitude is. Like solitude is basically when people think of solitude, they think of sadness, like being alone, whatever. But solitude to someone could be like peaceful, because solitude is like, yo, like, hey, I'm by myself. I'm finding the comforts to enjoy being by myself without having external factors to bring me pleasure, where I can make the pleasure by myself. Pause. So now with music, now it's the thing of, with music, it depends, like going back to what I've been saying, it depends on what energy you're bringing to the song. So let's say you are a heavy, let's bring it close to home for you. And now let's say you are a heavy Islamic guy and you've never listened to Yeet before, you don't know who Yeet is, and you listen to a song, your first thing is not going to be like, oh my God, this is satanic. Oh my God, this is bringing whatever. Your first is going to be like, oh, I like the beat. I like the lyrics, or I don't like the beat. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the thing. But as soon as now you bring that external factor of no, this guy once said that he believes in Satanism, or this guy does 1, 2, 3. Now that changes your whole energy. So the next time you hear a Yeet song, it's gonna change your whole energy, because now it's like, oh my god, this artist is bringing a negative energy to my life. So of course, a negative energy is going to be portrayed within your life, because you are wanting to receive that energy, not like, again, just I'm vibing with the beat type of the thing. So yeah, like that's my goal to the music.
Nah, I feel exactly the same. I feel you. It's it's a weird thing, man. And unfortunately, I feel like that's also with a lot of other topics. But a good topic is music, where a lot of people's opinions differ because of their perspective on it.
100%.
Like again, it can be a chilled song, and then it can have like a rough bass, whatever. One person's gonna look at it as a 6, the other person's gonna look at it as a 9. A totally different person is gonna be like, oh, I've once seen it as a 6, now I see it as a 9. Another person's gonna be like, I've seen it as a 9, I'm always gonna see it as a 9. Another person just doesn't want to touch the number at all. You know? So unfortunately, as much as you want to let people see your perspective on the topic, like, yeah, as you said, music, it's mostly gonna differ. But I mean, I guess that also kind of like, that's what makes music so interesting, you know? It brings people together even though they have multiple different perspectives on it. But yeah, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much. But like I said, I don't want this. We are 22 minutes. It was supposed to be 5 minutes. We're dead. It's been 22 minutes, bro. Our bodies have decomposed right now. There's animals eating our bodies. The world is ending.
Ripping us apart,
thank you so
bro.
much. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, man. It's a pleasure.
A phenomenal guest. And Ramadan Mubarak, my brother. And
Ramadan Mubarak to you too, man.
Let's go to me talking. Thank you. Yeah.
If you answer this, I'm gonna be in peace with you. Can you take a knife and open a tin fish, right? And again, I don't know what you're gonna use, but can you still close that tin fish?
No.
That's how it is, my sister. That man is your man, and then you're getting open there, and then he can't do shit.
Hello. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Ça va très bien. Et tu? Yo. What's good, everyone? I keep doing this, don't I? I keep restructuring the podcast. I keep not posting. And it's bad. I ain't gonna hold you, but there's been a lot of inconsistencies in my life. More inconsistent than Arsenal trying to win the fucking Premier League. It's giving me stress, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. It's a new segment to our podcast. I've always been adding segments. It's like I'm trying to make an omelet at this point. I've tried to put all the onions, all the peppers, all the asparagus, all the pepper seeds, and all the sand and all the shit that just to make this omelet. But like, we live and learn, bro. You get me? Like, we live and learn, and that's a part of life. You get me? Experiment with new things, see what works and see what doesn't work. And this is a new thing. We're gonna see if it works or not. If it doesn't, we throw it in the dustbin. As quick as if you fill the paper. But like, to be quite honest with you, that little 5-minute segment is something I've always been wanting to do. I've even spoken about it like back in 2023, which is last year, about wanting to interview people. I've always wanted to do that, like with the video type thing, because, you know, listening to an interview is pretty... It's not really the wave, but it is the wave at the same time. But it's so much more interesting if you can watch it, basically. And also, it's a new element to a podcast, because majority of this podcast has always been audio. So like, why not incorporate? No, not audio. Sorry, it's always been myself. Like, majority of the episodes is myself. So it's like, yo, now this time let me bring different mindsets onto a podcast, as you could clearly see with that segment with my boy, Lukman, that it brings more oomph, you get me, to the podcast. Because it's like, before, like, I'm yapping for 50 minutes by myself and there's no one to kind of counteract what I say, nor is there a point that I can get from someone else type thing so I can add on to what I say. Because majority of the times I be spitting sometimes, and then like I'm spitting for like 25% and then I lose the rest. And the rest of the whole spitization is like, bro, what the F are you talking about? But like, as I was talking to Luke, I was like, yo, I was spitting properly. You get me? I was spitting properly. I lost it there. This time I was spitting 75%. I lost it 25%. But that improvement is crazy. That improvement in school will get you almost arrested because you get accused of cheating. But like, yeah, like that's what I want to do now. I want to also keep the episodes quite short and compact and like just briefly do the thing. You get me? I know that 5-minute segment was not 5 minutes. Was not freaking 5 minutes. It was almost like 30 minutes. But it was the first one and it was a pretty good conversation. And of course, it's not literally 5 minutes. But it's just to, keep us going. You get me? Keep us going type thing. But yeah, so the new structure of the podcast is going to be that. I don't know if I'm going to put at the beginning of the episode, or it's going to be like I yap for like 1 or 2 topics and then I put it in the middle and then I yap for the last time. Or I put the interview in the beginning and I yap for the next 3 topics or whatever. You guys can comment down below which you're not, because there's not many people who are going to see this part or get this far. But just comment down below which format sounds the best. Interview first, myself yapping last, some of myself yapping in the beginning, interview in the middle, rest of myself yapping, or myself yapping first, then the rest of it is the interview. So yeah, that's all I wanted to really talk about here. Just to introduce that segment. Now, there's not really much I want to talk about anyway, except for, like I said, I've been very inconsistent and it's nothing new and it's something that's very, very bad. But we'll do a proper Let's Talk next week, which I've done almost 4 times in a year, which Let's Talk should be once a year. I've done it for 4 times. That's 4 years, which means that I owe the loan sharks, bro. Let me just say that, bro. I owe them like quite a lot of money, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the interview. New look. I actually did this for fun, but like I rewatched the footage and it's like this look looks funny, so I just went with it. Bonnets and blazers, baby. That's how we rocking it now. I just think I might just do every single episode like this with a bonnet and a blazer on. It's a win-win situation. Formality, you get me, with the weird shirt inside with the bonnet, which means like it's exactly like the podcast. Literally, bro. I don't even smoke. It's like, yo, we get really deep. You get me? Like really deep. But we're not even smokers, bro. Or we can get really deep and stupid, but we don't even smoke. The fit, formal, you get me, want some serious business. And the bonnet is like, I just got out of bed, I'm tired, I'm lazy. So it's a nice little contradiction. Some people might call it oxymoron. Did someone say oxys? Perks, Zens, lean, codeine. Okay, yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Next week, don't worry, I'll be back with my yapping, get you guys some proper things to talk about. And thank you for watching. I have no outro yet for the new season for like the 5th time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and God bless.